Names define who we are, or at least they're supposed to. But what if your country decided that your chosen name was too weird, too funny, or too offensive to be allowed? Across the world, governments have drawn a strange line between creativity and control, deciding which names people can or cannot give to their children. Let's take a journey through some of the weirdest, most unbelievable naming laws on Earth. 1. Iceland. The name committee in Iceland. You can't just pick any name you like. The country has an official naming committee that decides whether a name is acceptable. If the name doesn't fit Icelandic grammar or can't be written with the local alphabet, it's rejected. That means names like Harriet or Duncan have actually been banned. Imagine needing government approval just to name your own child. 2. Germany. Protecting the child's dignity. Germany takes names very seriously. You can't give your child a name that doesn't clearly show their gender or that might cause embarrassment. Lucifer was rejected because it was considered too offensive, and Mickey Mouse was thrown out for obvious reasons. The German government's reasoning: a name must protect the child's dignity. 3. Japan. When names become a curse in Japan, some parents have tried naming their children with creative or poetic kanji. But when one couple named their son Akuma, meaning devil, the government intervened immediately. Officials claimed the name would cause social stigma, and the parents were forced to change it. In Japan, even creativity has limits when it comes to protecting a child's reputation. 4. New Zealand. The 1,000 rejected names list. New Zealand publishes a public list of all rejected baby names each year. Among the banned ones are For Real, Justice, King, and even Queen Victoria. Apparently, naming your child after royalty or titles is not allowed unless you're actual royalty. One parent even tried naming their kid just a period mark, and yes, it was rejected. 5. France. From new tell to phrase. France is known for elegance and culture, and that extends even to baby names. In 2015, a French court banned parents from naming their daughter Nutella, saying it would lead to mockery. The same happened to phrase, which means strawberry. French authorities have the right to intervene if they believe a name could harm a child's well-being. 6. Denmark. The official name list. Denmark has a list of around 7,000 approved baby names. If your desired name isn't on the list, you need to apply for permission. Most are traditional names like Freya, Lars, or Soren. So, if you want to name your child Blue or Storm, good luck convincing the Danish government. 7. China. The digital name problem in China. The restriction isn't cultural, it's technological. Since all official documents are digitized, names must be compatible with standard Chinese characters. So when one father tried to name his son the government said no because it couldn't be typed into the national database. Even in the digital age, bureaucracy always wins. 8. Mexico protecting kids from bullying. The state of Sonora, Mexico has an actual list of forbidden names. Why? To protect children from bullying. Among the banned names are Facebook, Harry Potter, Rambo, and even Terminator. Imagine growing up as Batman Lopez. Sounds cool, but officials decided it was too risky for school life. 9. Sweden. Naming rebellion. Sweden's naming law dates back to the 1980s, meant to prevent non-traditional or offensive names. But in protest, one family tried naming their baby BRFXXCCXXNNPCCCLLMNPRXVCLMNCKSSKLBB11116. Yes, that's the actual name. They claimed it was a work of art, pronounced Albin. The court disagreed, fined the parents, and banned the name forever. 10. The United States. Freedom. With a few limits in most U.S. states, you can choose almost any name, but there are still restrictions. You can't use numbers, symbols, or emojis. So Baby at 123 or Smith wouldn't make it past the registry. Still, compared to Europe or Asia, the US is one of the most lenient countries for naming freedom. 11. Saudi Arabia. The religious factor in Saudi Arabia. Names that contradict Islamic traditions are forbidden. For example, Linda and Alice were banned for being foreign and non-Islamic. Names that imply royalty, like king or prince, are also off limits, since only God is seen as the ultimate authority. 12. Portugal. No nicknames allowed. Portugal's law requires that all names sound Portuguese. Nicknames like Tommy, Jenny, or Billy are banned. Only the formal versions Tomas, Jonah, or Guilherme are allowed. So while the rest of the world gets creative, Portugal keeps it strictly traditional. 13. The funniest rejections. Some rejected names are downright hilarious. Metallica, Sweden. Mini Cooper, France. Tallulah does the hula from Hawaii, New Zealand. 7. Malaysia. Each of these was a real submission, and every one of them was rejected. Names tell stories of culture, belief, and sometimes rebellion. But around the world, governments still hold the final say on what those stories can be. Maybe it's about protection. Maybe it's about control. Either way, it reminds us that identity is never just personal, it's political. So, what would you name your child if there were no limits?